Okay, so we are back with more soap. This is going to be season 1, episode 3. Good Lord, this show it's a mess. So we've got Danny, who is in the mafia and now is supposed to kill his stepfather. And his stepfather is the man who killed his real father. And his stepfather can't get his dick up because he killed the real father, which I still don't understand why he's part of the family. You killed the dude, you should have fucked off and got on with your life. Jessica and her daughter, Colleen, is that the right name? Corinne? Is it a C? They're both sleeping with the tennis instructor who happens to be the son of the stepfather. Right? I think I got that. Jody has moved from being a homosexual man to being a transsexual woman. The neighbors in the hall have gone insane. I apologize for all the background noise. It's always going to be something, right? If it's not ice cream trucks, it's just other human beings. So let's just get into the show and we'll try to ignore it. I've got my friend. I've got my coffee drink. Because it feels right to watch a soap opera with coffee. I feel like I'm officially an old person now. I have my coffee and my soap opera.
This is the story of two sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell. Jessica lives in a neighborhood known as Rich. Jessica likes life. The only thing about life she would change, if she could, is that she would set it all to music. The Tates have more secrets than they do money.
Also, quickly pause. For those of y'all keeping track of my crochet stuff, like I made Friend and I'm making a companion for Friend, you'll see this is much smaller than it was yesterday. That's because I went backwards. I've decided about 3 weeks worth of work was not working out. So you're not seeing things if you thought this was much, much larger yesterday.
We're approaching Mary Campbell's house. Mary, too, likes life. Unfortunately, life doesn't seem to be too crazy about her. As you can see, the Campbells don't have nearly as much money as the Tates. They do, however, have as many secrets.
Everybody wants to get in the show, even dogs.
In last week's episode of Soap, we discovered that not only Jessica and her daughter are having an affair with Peter the tennis pro, but that Peter is Bert Campbell's long-lost son. As for Bert Campbell, Mary's second husband, he is so overwhelmed by guilt for having murdered Mary's first husband, he can no longer make love to her. But this is nothing, because Bert doesn't know that Mary's son, Danny, in order to leave the mob, has to kill the man who killed his father. Danny doesn't know that...
Wait, it's in order to leave the mob? I thought he was trying to join the mob. I got Danny's story backwards.
Man is Bert, yet Mary's other son, Jody, is contemplating becoming her daughter. Life is also not exactly a bed of roses for Jessica's husband, Chester. His affair with his secretary, Claire, has become complicated by the fact that she is now blackmailing him. Confused? You won't be after this week's episode of Soap.
Okay, hold on. Let me give the dog a minute. I think the dog is done, but who knows?
In this week's episode of Soap, shortly after Peter's arrival at the Tate home.
I just can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I mean, it's such a small world. I can't get over it. I mean, my long-lost son from Hawaii comes to Connecticut and winds up teaching my sister-in-law and her daughter tennis.
Bet that ain't all he teaches.
And then, and this is really incredible, my sister-in-law and her daughter don't know they have the same tennis teacher, plus which he doesn't know their mother and daughter.
I'm not finished with that, Benson.
And then to top it all off,
Vincent kills me.
no one knows son.
So what, Bert?
So it's a small, small world, and I can't get over it. Can you?
Yes.
Colonel, where's General Eisenhower? Wasn't he invited?
Where in the world is Jessica? In my kitchen, and I wish he would get the hell out of there.
I'll get her, Chester. Eat your dinner.
Benson, I am not finished.
I'm still not over Vincent flipping the man in the last episode.
Jessica? Oh, hello, Mary. Could I get you something? Jessie, you can't hide in the kitchen all night. Hide? Who's hiding? I am helping Benson make a souffle for dessert.
Forget it. I ain't making no souffle. I told you I ain't making no souffle for these animals. The way they eat, I ought to just shove the food in under the door.
And you see, for a souffle, of course, you have to beat the egg whites and the egg yolks separately. Therefore, you need two people, Mary. I mean, one to beat the whites and one to beat the yolks. I'm beating the whites.
Oh, yeah? Well, there's a whole table of them in there I'd like to help you with.
Jessie, I know. And if you don't come out, everyone's going to be suspicious. Oh, Mary, I'm so ashamed I could die. Do you realize what I've done? I've had an affair with my nephew. I think that's against the law. He's not your nephew. I just got used to adultery, and now I have to get used to
Incest.
Benson.
Wait, would it be her actual... Not by blood, because it's the husband's child. So, technically, Peter is her nephew. And technically, Peter is Corinne's brother. Which is quite a bit worse. But it's only technically because it's not by blood. Because she's not blood related to her husband. So, but wait, it wouldn't be her nephew though, it'd be her son? I'm so confused by the family dynamics that I'm not positive what's going on.
He is not related to us. He is my stepson.
Her stepson,
Oh,
okay.
Mary.
And they're sisters, okay.
I've never done this before. Ever. See, what it was I was lonely. I mean, Chester's never here, and then the kids are never here, and I've done all the clever things I could with shelving paper, and, so, Mary, I did that. But I am never going to do it again, Mary, ever. Okay, Jess, okay. Come on now. If you stay in here, Chester will become suspicious. Oh, my God,
I can barely hear it.
Chester.
I'm hoping you guys can hear it better.
Mary, I have to tell Chester what I've done. Are you crazy? No, it's the right thing to do.
It's a stupid thing to do.
I'm going to tell him. All right, Jessie. I was never going to tell you this. But poor sweet Chester has been... How do I put this?
Jumping on anything that breathes.
Vincent, there's a whole table out there that needs you.
I wasn't going to put it quite that way. Oh, sweet, adorable Mary. I mean, you'd just do anything to keep me from telling him, even to making up that outrageous lie about Chester.
Hi, Ma. Hi, Mary.
Oh, hello, darling.
Can I have the keys to the car? It's locked.
But you don't drive, dear.
I don't want him for driving. I want him for parking.
The car is parked already.
Look, Ma, I just have the keys. I got my date outside in. We're just going to sit in it.
But, dear, you can invite her in. I mean, she doesn't have to sit in the car.
She likes sitting in cars. Look, Ma, we're just going to listen to the tape deck and talk. I promise.
Oh, all right. Here you are.
Thanks, Ma. Bye, Mary.
Oh, children. I mean, you work to give them a beautiful house, and then they just want to sit in the car.
Jessica?
Oh, Mary.
Well, this is fine. How do you do? You invite your insane family over for dinner, and I am the one who's stuck with them. Now, Jessica, either you get out of this kitchen and come inside, or I am sending everyone home.
Send them home.
Shut up, Benson.
I will when you send them home.
Well, Jessica,
What were the choices again?
come on, Jessica.
It's a small, small world, and I can't get over it.
Why don't you try, Bert?
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause it again to give the puppy a minute. Every time I think it's gonna be quiet, I do apologize. I have new neighbors and they have a lot of dogs. So we're gonna try again to get into this. I'm still trying to figure out the relationships here. Peter is Chester's son, right? And Chester is married to Mary. Jessica is the one that's sleeping with Peter, and also Jessica's daughter. Bert is an asshole. I thought Danny was trying to get into the mob. I didn't realize he was trying to leave it. And do Peter and Jody have a relationship? Because Jody knew him when he came in.
Think about taking tennis lessons.
Get your hands off my son, fruit.
My brother is not a fruit.
Stop it, that's enough.
More throwing food.
I am not cleaning this. Ain't no way I'm Bert, stop this, you idiot! Medic, I've been shot.
Oh, no.
Drop that, you thug.
Good night, Uncle Chester. I had a wonderful time.
I've had it with all of you. You are never coming here again.
Terrific. Nothing could suit me better.
Slobs.
Slobs? I'm a slob? Look at you. You got cranberry sauce all over your shirt.
At least it's not lagging as badly now because I lowered the quality that I'm recording with.
Bert, are you asleep?
Are you kidding with that racket going on next door?
Bert, we don't even try anymore. Why don't we try?
1 o'clock in the morning, and that's going on.
There's nothing going on next door, Bert.
What, are you joking? You don't hear that? Farkas and his wife?
Is it that you're not attracted to me? Is that it?
I think he hit her.
There's nothing going on next door, Bert.
Did you hear that smack? Didn't that smack sound just like I hit?
I didn't hear a hit, Bert. I didn't hear a smack, and I didn't hear a hit. What?
I was testing. You didn't hear that?
Bert.
Mary, I think he's having ears checked. He's probably just waxed, but I would have him checked anyway.
Bert, what is it? Is it that you're not attracted to me?
No, it's a temporary thing. It'll go away. Happens to men.
It's been 6 months.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Put pressure on me, Mary. It'll never happen.
Pressure? We never even talked about it. I just don't think we can let this go on forever.
Oh, time. Now we have time limits? If there's one thing that doesn't help, Mary, it's time limits.
Darling, maybe you ought to see a psychiatrist.
Now I'm crazy, right? All of a sudden I'm some kind of nut, right?
No, darling, I just thought maybe it might help to talk to someone.
You hear that? Quiet. Human beings are trying to sleep up here.
Bert, are you having an affair?
God, Mary, no.
Because it's normal, darling. A chance encounter, a few glorious stolen moments, and sometimes life can be all the richer for it. So if you're having an affair, you can tell me. I'll understand.
Mary, I swear it. There's no one.
Good. Because if you were, I'd rip your heart out.
Mary, how could you think that even for a minute?
I bought something today. I think it might help. Now,
Is it
don't
yellow?
let the title frighten you.
The cookbook of sex?
I know. I wish they hadn't called it that. But look, it's written by an MD.
Recipes? He gives recipes? Mary, you actually paid money for this?
Well, yes. I mean, I've tried everything. I've tried short nightgowns, long nightgowns, new nightgowns, no nightgowns. I have powdered myself, perfumed myself. Bees are attracted to me, and you're not.
Mary, don't cry. Please, honey, don't cry. Please don't cry.
Just feel awful.
Sweetheart, it's not you. I swear it. Look, I love you. I love you, and you're all I want. I promise you, if things don't change, I'll get some help. I promise. Okay?
Listen to them, the creatures of the night. What music they make. Except it's not night. Gonna give it a pause for the puppy. I love that it takes half an hour to film 16 minutes of footage. It's just... I can't even really enjoy the show because I'm so irritated by how often I have to stop for the world around me.
I'm trying to get some sleep, man. Look at that. I mean, that's a total impossibility. I mean, the Flying Melendez at the height of their career couldn't get to a position like that.
Claire, what are you doing calling me at home? Crying out loud, Claire, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't come over. All right, Claire. All right. I'll come over. I'll think of a way. Goodbye. Who's laughing? Benson, is that you laughing?
Oh,
What?
I was just surprised to see you.
I live here.
Oh, I mean, still up. I thought maybe you had gone to sleep by now.
I had a business call.
Chester, I have a confession to make. Chester, please sit down.
What is it, Jessica?
Chester, when people have been married a long time, they spend a lot of time together, and so then they get kind of used to each other. And then, of course, on the other hand, they spend a lot of time apart, and so they don't see each other very much. And so sometimes they tend to get lonely, and sometimes, oh, Chester, despite themselves, they seek some little comfort elsewhere. And so, Chester, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes home cooking is boring, and sometimes the kitchen is closed, and so sometimes one goes out to eat.
Jessica.
Chester.
Jessica. Oh, dear God, Jessica, you're not saying.
I am.
After all these years, I thought I knew you.
I know, Chester, I know.
How could you?
I don't know, Chester, I don't know.
How could you? How could you, even for a minute?
I'm sorry, Chester.
How could you think?
We're not even gonna get to hear what he thinks she's talking about because I have to pause it again for the puppies. Trying to push through so that I can upload this today because the library closes early today. But it's taking me half an hour just to get through a 15-minute segment because the world is so loud and I don't know, there's nothing I can do. I can't soundproof my apartment. There's absolute, and the people over there, they have like 6 dogs. So it's not like it's ever going to be a chance where it's not going, I'm never going to get a full half hour where there's not going to be ice cream trucks or children or cursing or dogs. And it's driving me insane.
Even for a second, that I would be unfaithful.
Huh?
You think our marriage means nothing to me, Jessica? Do you think I took those vows lightly? I don't believe this. to accuse me of...
No, Chester, I didn't accuse you.
Oh, please, Jessica,
Here
you
they come
did
again.
accuse me.
No, Chester, I...
Unfaithful. Me.
I'm not going to stop it.
Jessica,
The background is
May
just
I
going to be
lose the use of
noise.
the
I'm
entire
sorry.
right side of my body. If ever I have so much as looked at another woman, may my post-nasal drip back up and drown my brain. If ever I have been unfaithful to you.
Chester, where are you going?
Out! You've got me much too upset to sleep.
Hold it!
Why are they always throwing food at each other?
You understand, don't you, that this is the last food fight? I'm making you a promise right now. If I ever see one speck of food anywhere except on a plate, I am leaving. For good. Clean up this mess.
You want a fresh cup of coffee? I think you've got some banana in yours.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, I think she's really serious. Yeah, me too. You see, oddly enough, the thing is, I don't actually hate you. I'm not too crazy about you, but I don't hate you. It's not even dislike. I don't dislike you. Not that I like you. Don't get me wrong. I don't like you. But I probably could like you if we didn't hate each other so much. The thing is, I don't know why you hate me.
You know something, neither do I. I mean, I've thought about it a lot, too. I've tried coming up with reasons, but there aren't any. I just look at you and I hate your guts.
Yeah, well, I can understand that.
But you know something? You've never really done anything.
Danny, it's okay. Don't worry about
Well, I just don't want you to take the fact that I hate you personally.
it. I don't, really. Danny, I know I annoy you. I can be a very annoying person. Like the way I'm always telling you to leave the mob. I mean, if you want to ruin your life working for a bunch of gangsters.
Well, the fact is, I'm leaving the mob.
It's when?
Well, soon. There's something they want me to do for them, and then I can go.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. It's just a thing. I don't even know all the details yet.
Yeah, well, if I can help, just say the word. Yeah, Danny, really.
Thanks. Well, I gotta go. I got a meeting.
Well, yeah, I'll see you later.
Right. Bye, Bert.
Bye, Danny.
Bert. Have a nice day.
You too.
But he doesn't know that he has to kill Bert yet, does he?
I say things are definitely improving here. Danny and I are becoming buddies. You know, you go fishing with a buddy. My son Peter's here. We could go fishing. Peter could go fishing with Danny and me. The three of us could go fishing. Peter, Danny, and me. And Mary could come. Be just like a real family. I better buy 4 new fishing poles.
Why 4 new fishing poles, Bird? I mean, aren't you going to invite me? I love to fish. Oh, this is very nice, Bird. Ever think of wearing a bib when you eat?
Go away from the fruit.
Fruit. Wonderful. You've agreed to stop throwing it. Don't you think you could agree to stop saying it? Can't the two of you work things out?
Hey, I'd be very willing, except there's one slight problem. The man hates me.
He doesn't hate you.
He clearly
You don't
does.
hate him?
Well, close.
Why?
I don't know.
It's because I'm gay, right, Bird? I mean, you hate me because I'm gay, right?
Well,
I guess if you need a reason, that's a good one.
Bird, it's a terrible reason. I mean, look at me. I'm a person.
Bert, look at him.
He gives me the creeps.
Bird, what do you mean I give you the creeps?
I don't know. A spooky.
He is not spooky. I do not find him in the least spooky.
Yeah, well, maybe you're used to it.
Bird, just think of me as a person, that's all. I mean, that's all I am. I'm a person sitting here. Bird, look at me. I'm a person who happens to like men.
Bert,
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. It's hard, this gay business. I'm not used to it. I mean, all my life, I was never around them. When I was growing up, gay meant happy. I mean, it's just hard to get used to it.
Gay still
Life was
means
a lot
happy.
easier then. I mean, maybe, well, you know, when you guys were still in the closet, maybe it wasn't easy on you, but it was a hell of a lot easier on us. I mean, it used to be you walk down the street, a guy smiled at you, you smile back. Today you smile back, you either get arrested or invited dancing. So it takes getting used to. It's hard getting used to a guy who likes guys and not girls.
So I'm pausing it because I wanna comment on what he just said. When you were in the closet, it may not have been easier on you, but it was easier on us. Why should somebody have to hide who they are because their life makes you uncomfortable when it doesn't affect you in any way? What one person does behind closed doors in bed with another person has absolutely no effect on you unless you're married to that person or you've created a child with that person. But to say that it's easier for me to exist if you keep hiding your reality, it's so selfish. And this is how a lot of people do think about gay people. They think, well, okay, why do they have to be so open about it? Why do they have to have parades? Why do they have to be so, flamboyant? And why do they have to be so gay? Why? It makes us uncomfortable because it's not us. But that's exactly why they're open and out now. Because why should they be uncomfortable? Nobody should be uncomfortable by it. Straight people shouldn't be uncomfortable by gay people, and gay people shouldn't be uncomfortable by straight people. But they are, and have been for a long, long time. In the 70s, when this first premiered, it was still very outrageous and controversial to be openly gay and to be proud of it and to say, why shouldn't I be? I am a person just like you. Why can't you accept me? Why can't you acknowledge it? Why does it make you uncomfortable? These are questions that needed to be asked and still sometimes need to be asked because there are still people who think like this man, who think, why do you have to be open about it when it makes me uncomfortable? Well, because it's not you whose feelings matter in that situation. It's the person and the other person they're with whose feelings matter. Right? I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling. But he kind of struck a nerve with me when he's talking about Jody being out of the closet makes him uncomfortable. That he lived easier when Jody was hiding.
And now you're going to get a sex change operation and be a girl. Now I get used to a guy who's now a girl who likes guys and not girls. Who used to be a guy who liked guys and not girls. But I'll try. From now on, I'll try to look at you as a person.
And I'll try and look at you the same way.
Danny, come in.
Afternoon, Godfather.
Danny, sit down. The fool's getting cold.
Godfather, I've given it a lot of thought, and until you taste this.
Just wait until you taste it.
No thanks. I'm not really very hungry.
Danny, this restaurant belongs to my mother. You don't eat, you'll kill me.
Okay, but just a little.
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love.
Godfather, I've thought it over, and I've decided to take the contract.
How is that, eh?
Oh, it looks great. I love chicken.
It's an eel.
How do you mistake chicken and eel?
Yes. And now I want you to try some of this linguine. I swear it's better than a sex.
You know, I'm not particularly crazy about the idea of killing a man.
Who is?
I mean, I have a tough time killing a bug. But I think if I have to kill somebody, I could kill the man who killed my father.
No, Danny, no. You gotta twirl the linguine around the spoon like this. Hey, you can't sit there with a linguine hanging out of your mouth. You look like a demented walrus. That's it.
So now will you tell me who killed my father?
Okay, I'm gonna. The man who killed your father was Summer surprise, eh?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
I said summer surprise, eh?
No, the name.
Oh, your stepfather.
What about my stepfather?
He's the one.
Bert?
Oh, yes, Bert.
Oh, come on, be serious.
Oh, you think I make it up, huh, then? You think I make up a story your stepfather kills your father and now you gotta... Hey, Shakespeare maybe makes up a bad stories like that. I don't do that.
But why would he kill my father?
Because your father was trying to run him out of a business. If I was a Bert, I would do the same thing.
Oh.
Now, I love your father, Danny, but the sweet man...
At least now we have an explanation of why Bert killed Mary's first husband. He was trying to interfere with his business. What's Bert's business? Like, I don't think we've discussed what he does, aside from hate everybody in Mary's family.
No. I can't believe this.
But in the meantime, the Southern book is ice cold, Danny.
Bert?
Yes, sir, Bert. Danny, look, you didn't touch a thing. My mother's gonna kill me.
Bert Campbell killed my father?
There's two things in this life that my mother can't stand to see. A guest host on the Tonight Show and the food left on the
Maybe it was another Bert Campbell. It's a common name.
Danny, it was a him. He was the one. No, hey, this is for you.
Fun?
There's a gun in there.
Oh, and what did you think it would be an S for money to go, huh?
I can't do it.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, you're talking about the man my mother loves. I can't kill him.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes. Danny, what is this, a musical? Yes, you can. And I'm going to tell you how you can by letting you know what's going to happen if you can. If you can't, we're going to kill you. As they say in Italiano. Caro mio, se ne guai.
What's that mean?
Boy, are you in it?
Will Bert and Danny become friends? Or will Danny kill Bert, thus putting somewhat of a strain on the relationship? Will Jody get a sex change operation? Will Corinne and Jessica find out that not only do they have the same tennis teacher, but that neither of them are learning to play tennis? Will Jessica be able to stop? Will Bert be able to start? These questions and many others will be answered on the next episode of SOAP.
Okay. We got to the end of episode 3. It's so the show is weird to me because with most shows you start off slow and you build momentum and you slowly, start unraveling things. This show, episode 1, they laid out everything that's going on, every aspect. And so knowing exactly what everybody's secrets are and then going through and watching it slowly unravel, somehow it's not as suspenseful as a regular soap opera where everything is kind of slowly working itself to its inevitable conclusion. I'm so confused. I feel like I need to make up a pie chart or a graph to keep in track of all of the people involved here. But let me know what y'all are thinking. Do you think Danny is actually going to kill Bert? Would you, if you found out that the man had killed your father and was now married to your mother and was in your house being a dick to you and your brother, would you, I have a feeling Danny would want to kill him even if the mob was not threatening his life. Because I know they just like said a few minutes ago that they were going to try to do better, but this dude has been an asshole since we met him to everybody in the family, including Mary. So he kind of deserves it. I'm going to try to get episode 4 probably late tonight after everything is settled down. If everything ever settles down, I might try to do a marathon and do a couple of episodes in a row. Because I do like the show. I'm just... my nerves are wrought and I'm having trouble finding the right time to film, because Los Angeles is a loud place to live.